is me.
It's your girl, Lock Culture, and I'm back with another video, y'all. I'm feeling good. This weekend has been a great weekend. You guys have been amazing. I want to thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. You know what I'm saying? It's your girl, and I'm on the up and up. But you know, we on our way. So I want to get straight into the video. I don't want to do that much talking because I got a lot of things I got to say. So, y'all stay tuned. Again, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to go ahead and jump straight into the story time. I'm going to tell you guys about my Sisterlock horror story. Horror story. I've been having these set of locks for about almost 10 months now. And this isn't my first set. Let's be clear. I've wanted Sisterlocks for about 6 years, and I never could find the time or like the funds to get the Sisterlocks because it's very expensive and it's an investment. So I decided once I returned back to Miami, I moved back home about a year now, that I was going to go ahead and take a leap of faith and go ahead and invest and get the Sisterlocks installed. Prior to me getting the Sisterlocks installed, I've watched YouTube videos. I joined Facebook groups. I joined, reviewed hashtags on Instagram just so I can get like the feel for it, figure out, how to find somebody local. And it was a whole mess, child. So I found somebody local. I went to the Sisterlock website. Went to the website and they had all these trainees and they had certified locticians. So I'm like, oh, I don't want a trainee to mess up my hair, so I'm going to go to someone who is certified. So I went and I got me a little certified loctician. I went for my consultation, and everything seemed fine. She showed me pictures; they were nice. Her demeanor wasn't super like welcoming, but I figured that maybe I wasn't putting the energy out there to make her feel comfortable. So I just went with it. I wasn't trying to give her too much or do too much, right? Right. So, the lady, she did my consultation. She put about 12 locks in the bag. She told me how long it would take. She said it'll probably take 2 days because I have a lot of hair. Yeah. She was telling me everything I wanted to hear. Everything to get me into that chair and everything to leave that day from that consultation. She wanted me to leave my deposit. And I felt like, hey, you know what? I don't see anything wrong with what she's telling me. These pictures look great. Why not? Ooh, I have never been so wrong. So, and it's funny, guys. I gotta laugh about this because if I don't, so I leave my deposit and I was told to return 2 weeks later. When I returned 2 weeks later, oh, guys, let me just input this. I had 15 inches of hair. My hair was long, thick, coarse, perfect for locking. So I went again. She did the tester locks. She did about 12 and told me to come back 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, I returned for the installation. Guys, I kid you not. I was so hyped. I really didn't even notice that anything was wrong with my hair. So she's doing my hair and she's doing my install and she wants to take a break to do someone else's retightening. And I'm like, okay. And by the time when she asked to take a break, she was doing my hair for maybe like 4 hours and the whole front was already done. Which, again, should have been a red flag. But I'm like, no, I'm not thinking anything of it. So I go ahead on my break, and I'm gone like maybe 2 hours, and then I come back. So then she finishes my hair. So she's continuing to do my hair for like maybe another 5 or 6 hours. So at this point, she has been doing my locks for 10 hours, and she has like a small section left. So she's like, hey, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. You can come back tomorrow, and I'll finish it. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Still mad hype. Still, I can see the grid, so I ain't really tripping on nothing. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So then I go back the next morning. The next morning, she probably spends a total of 2 hours on my head, and then she's done. She's done, and, she unravels them. She takes her pictures, and I'm looking at the camera. Like, I'm not the camera, but I'm looking at the mirror, and I'm like, Like, this isn't the look that I was really going for, but whatever. We're just going to go with it. I was still pretty hyped, and I kind of knew what to expect by watching like other, YouTube channels and pictures of people day one installation. So how you kind of look like a plucked chicken. Plucked chicken, for a lack of a better term. So I'm like, all right, cool, we're going to go with it. I liked it. No problem. So, I get home again. I'm still feeling good. It's pretty early in the day, so I asked my younger cousin to go ahead and to count my locks. Now, for those of you who have never counted your locks, I get it. I don't think it's like bad that you did, bad that you didn't, bad that you didn't want to. This is something that I wanted. Like, again, I had done so much research. I knew what to expect, so I wanted to count and see how many locks I had, because she was like, oh, your hair is so coarse, it's so thick, it's perfect for locking. You have a great amount of hair in your head. We should get about 700 locks or plus in your head. No problem. So I'm like, I want to know. I want to know how many locks I have in my hair. So my cousin counts, and she hits me with the number at the end. 288 locks. 288? What am I gonna do with 288 locks? She said my hair was coarse. She said it was dense. I had high density. There is no reason I should have anything less than 500 locks, the way I saw it. So again, I still didn't want to make it a big deal. I just took the loss, and I'm like, you know what? I still like my hair, so I'm just gonna go with it. So I went back to the lady for my retightening, because it comes with your first installation. The retightening is I don't want to say complimentary. You pay for it already when you pay for the service. So she did my retightening, and I asked her about my ends. Y'all, my ends were dreadful. Like, she left about 2 inches of hair out. And I'm like, it was just a mess. And then she was like, oh no, it'll lock. Don't worry about it. The frizziness, don't worry about it. As you continue to come for your retightness, I'll go ahead and maintain and upkeep your hair. Okay, cool. No problem. So I don't want to say this time last year. This all happened last year. I kind of should have said that in the beginning. Oh well. So I needed my hair retightened for the holiday season. So she had already completed 2 retightenings on my hair, and I probably had the hair in about 3 months at the time. So I needed to schedule an appointment for retightening for the holiday season. So, I wanted my grit to be looking fresh. I wanted my hair to be looking nice. You know what I'm saying? Just some niceness. We agreed on an appointment time early on Sunday morning prior to me going to church. So the night before, like around 11, she advised that she wouldn't be able to take me at that time anymore, that she would need to take me later. I informed her I wouldn't be able to go at that time because I have church. She didn't quite understand, I'm going to say, where I was coming from as to why I couldn't attend. And when I tried to find out another available date, she said she had none. So I'm like, okay, so we're in limbo. So what am I going to do about my hair? She said that, and it kind of became like a little bit of like a conversation on the phone, not so much. She's like, well, after she was being like really rude, I don't have the phone with me to even read those texts, but after her being really rude, she informed me that she told me that she had kids and that her schedule is like up in the air, so there's nothing that she can really do. Here, listen, guys, I don't think I'm a difficult person, but if that was something that she would have said earlier on in the text, then we would have been able to move past that and work out something else. So with her being so rude, I just realized that I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to sit in her chair. I didn't want her in my hair. I just couldn't do it no more, y'all. So I decided to go on to Google, because the Sisterlocks website wasn't really working for me. So I went on Google, and I was trying to look for a loctician in my area that can go ahead and retighten my hair. So it just so happened that I found a loctician on Google, and this loctician was also on the Sisterlocks website, so that was kind of a plus. And she took me the day before Thanksgiving, which was like heaven sent, heaven sent. So I get into her chair, she's super sweet, super outgoing. When I talk about good energy, like great energy, like I was a little coy, a little shy, so I wasn't really, out there, but she was just super welcoming and everything. So I sit in her chair, so she's trying to get to know me. And when you go for your retightening, the first thing you want to do is just go ahead and part your hair in four, just try to check out your grid. Baby, when I tell you there was no grid, There was no grid. There was no structure. These were no longer Sisterlocks. These were interlocks. Shorty put interlocks in my hair, but charged me Sisterlock prices. Where they do that at? I was like, baby, no, like this is not what we doing. Like this ain't it. So imagine my surprise because I ain't never go in my hair to like, part my hair for the grid or anything. And the only person who's ever really retightened my hair was the lady who installed my hair. So going to this new person after me, my previous loctician didn't work out. Going to a new loctician, and then she was like, I don't know, you want the good news or the bad news? And the good news wasn't really good news, but I was like, give me the good news. She was like, well, the good news is I can fix it. Bad news is these ain't sister locks. These cousin locks. Cousin locks. She's like, you have no grid. Your locks in the middle are too big. I said, too big? Like, what's too big? Like, what does that mean? She's like, your hair is way too dense for you to have these big locks in your hair. And I was so, like, y'all understand how defeated I was. Like, I was feeling good going in there because I'm like, okay, boom. I'm about to get my hair retightened. So, the front about to be looking less frizzy. I'm about to be looking mad fly. It's the holiday season. Whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-woo. No. So, she's like, let me figure out what I can do. Do your research. Just because you go to someone and they do a consultation for you doesn't mean you have to leave them your deposit. I want to say, be smarter than I was. Do more research than I did. If you go with someone and you feel like their energy isn't there, don't blame you. It's probably them. You don't need to beg someone to take your money, And I felt like with the other consultant, that's kind of what I was doing. It's really unfortunate that previous consultant had to jack me up for me to get to where I am today. But Lord Jesus knows, I'm just happy I made it. Like, I made it, y'all. Look at this. Look at my hair. Like, I made it. And if y'all out there doing y'all research about Sisterlocks, you can make it too. Thank y'all for tuning into my channel. It's your girl, Lock Culture, and I am signing out.